Hello everyone, my name is Abhijit Ashok Hipparkar. I have been working as assistant professor in Fulton Education Society's College of Engineering Fulton. I used to teach a subject called the data structure. So under the data structure, today's practical we are going to perform with the stack. So before we can start with the practical, we'll understand some of the theory part. So what is a stack? So stack is a linear data structure. Linear in the sense that it can be able to save the elements sequentially, the one after another. It follows the last in first out principle, where the element that you are going to insert last, you are going to you want to out it first. The insertion and deletion allows only at one end, and that we call it as top. So from the top we can insert the element and we can delete the element. So generally if we want to give an example of a stack, so we used to keep the plates one on another. So when we keep the plate from the one on another, the plate that we inserted at the first will be removed at the last, and the plate that we insert at the last will be removed at the first. Next, what are the characteristics of an stack? So as I told you, it is a linear data structure. The operations are strict from the one end, and that end is called as an top. That is the insertion deletion we can do from the top. It follows the principle last in first on order. Can be implemented either using array or linked list. The different operations that we can perform on stack is the push, that is we call as an insertion. The pop, where we remove the element. Pick or top, where we view the top element is empty. Check if the stack is empty. It's full, where we have to check if the stack is full. Other than that, displays another operation. Here's a simple code of an stack. What are the applications of an stack? So for example, we have some expression a plus b plus c, or 5 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So such a kind of expressions, either prefix or postfix format, we can evaluate it by using a stack. Then a function call management, where if we want to use a recursion, that one function is calling another function or itself, in that case the functions calls are going to be saved inside a stack. Then redo and undo operation that we have in a word or any software applications, where we used to do the redo and undo, that we can do with the help of an this stack application. And there are multiple operations are available. So what are the advantages and limitations of stack? So it is simple and easy to use, efficient for last in first out operation. Now what are the limitations? As we know that the array is of a fixed size, in that case we cannot go for the less element, or we cannot go for the higher element. There is an issue of a memory, and not suitable for the random access. So if you want to access some of the element randomly by using index, in that case this is not a perfect data structure, because we have to insert and delete the element only from the top. So let's check the summary. So stack is the linear data structure which follows the last in first out principle. It supports push, pop, display applications, where it is going to be using a recursion, parsing, backtracking, and can be implemented using a array linked list. Now let's go to see the code. So here's a code of stack. So first we declare a variable array with a name stack. We have declared multiple variables for the choice that we are going to use a switch loop. So we are using a choice, then yes and no, whether we have to continue do a looping of those operations, that way yes and no. Then the element that we have to be insert, we stored in a no, and top is a one element which indicate the top of the stack. So initially when elements are not there, then the top value is -1. So whenever the stack is empty, the top value is -1. For this practical, we consider only three operations: push, pop, and display. So here we declare a menu. Inside a menu, we declare the push, pop, and display operation. Then we give the choice. So user will enter his choice here. So enter your choice. Then that choice we are going to be saved inside this ch variable by using a scanf. Then based on this choice, we give three cases. So case 1, here we perform the push operation. So we initially ask the programmer to enter the element. So that's why enter the element you want to insert. Then we accept that element inside a no variable. Initially we increase the top, so when the top value is -1, we have to increase it to 0, and at 0th index we have to save that element. So inside the stack, top will indicate 0, and we are going to save this number inside that stack. Then we'll break, then we'll go down. So after a break, we'll come outside the switch loop, then it will go here. It will ask printf, do you want to continue? If yes, you press a 1. If you press 1, that value will be saved inside a variable y. Then we'll compare here, y is equal to 1. If the y is 1 and you want to continue, then it will go for the switch choice. Do over here, again it will display menu, it will print a choice. Now suppose this time we put a choice 2, then there's a pop operation. So in simply in a pop, we have to simply reduce the top value. So we'll reduce a top value by -1. So automatically the element which is present at the top, that index is going to be not saved, and that element will not get displayed. The third operation that we are going to perform is a printing of stack, that is display of stack. So already we see how to print an array. So similar type of thing we are going to do here. So we know that our element is present at the top, so that's why we have to move from the 0 to top, and thereby I included a variable or for loop here, I is equal to 0 to I should be less than equal to top. So let's run this program and check the output. So here initially we display a menu, push, pop, display. Now we have to enter the choice. So we'll enter first, because initially our stack is empty, so we'll push element into the stack. So 1 for the push. Then it will ask enter the element we want to insert. So we'll insert a 10. Then it will ask, do you want to continue? If yes, press 1. So we'll press a 1. I will want to continue. Again it will display a menu. Again we'll go for the push. Again we'll enter element 11. You can insert any element, there's no issue of unsequencing. And again it will ask, do you want to continue? Yes, we will continue. Now two elements are there, let's display them, 10 and 11. Sorry, by default I press a pop operation, so pop is there. So the 11th element goes out. Again I want to continue. Again I want to push, so 11 I will push. Now I want to display, so I'll go for the 3. Sorry, I will press 1, continue, then my option is 3. Here you can see 10 and 11 are present inside the stack. Now I'll continue like with the 1. Now I will pop, so now the 11th element will be at pop. Yes, I want to continue, and let's display this after pop will display again, so 3. Now 10 is only remaining. So this is a basic operation of a stack: push, pop, and display. So thank you very much.